Bronx Chamber of Commerce held an empowering event known as the Women of Distinction Luncheon at the Villa Barone Manor. The theme this year for the annual event was "Nevertheless, She Persisted." This theme particularly resonated with many females at the event because it highlighted three distinguished women who fight all forms of discrimination against women.
This event is so special to me, and so when I write my script, and I do it with all my heart. But then when you hear the remarks of the children and the students and the people, and it was so emotional, it was really wonderful. Many times I was just like at a loss for words.
The honorees were Reverend Q English, the founder of Not On My Watch, Grammy-winning music teacher Melissa Salguero of PS 48, and Simone Mayer, co-founder of Curly Girl Collective.
How did it feel with winning the Grammy? What came about?
It was absolutely incredible, and it was such a validation of everything that I've been doing in my classroom and the impact that music education has on our youth. The impact that it had on me is what I'm passing on to my students. The leadership, the team building, and really the skills that are going to set my students apart from all the other students in the world because they have this music education.
Honoree Reverend Q English touched on the negative issues currently affecting the youth of the Bronx, such as prostitution, domestic violence, and human trafficking, along with her talk with Governor Cuomo about what can be done.
Do you feel law enforcement and Cuomo have done their parts in helping the situation? And if not, what do you think they can do better?
Our NYPD has been doing some really good proactive pieces as it relates to not criminalizing, but seeing them as victims. However, where we're lacking right now, there's a Child Sex Trafficking Act. We're one of two states. We have to prove coercion before we prosecute the perpetrator of our children. So what we're saying is we're going to re-victimize them. So we need Cuomo to sign on that bill, the Child Sex Trafficking Act. The Senate has done their part. They're with us. Assembly has to come on board too. We want our Speaker Hasty, who's doing great work in our borough, to come on board in seeing that this act is passed, because to have our children re-victimized and to be only one of two states who have not even passed it, what are we waiting for? We cannot afford to play politics with our children.
Bronx Chamber of Commerce also honored female students from high schools throughout the Bronx, providing scholarships for outstanding scholastic performance.
And what does it take in creating a massive ceremonies like this for these students?
We planned this for about 4 or 5 months. It's very extensive. We evaluate who we're going to honor. As for the scholarship recipients, there's applications that are put into schools. Our committee members go, they interview the students, and they determine who really has financial need and is also deserving.
Scholarships are made possible by generous sponsors such as Con Edison, Metro Optics, and the Hutch Metro Center. Reporting for Bronxnet Television, I'm Alexandria Garcia.